Lynn, we're not exactly a conventional family either. Just well, that's tough. So, good evening, everyone. And wow, what an incredible evening, right? Look at this view. Just curious, raise your hands. How many people celebrated a wedding with us like 8 months ago? Raise your hand. Yep. So we want to thank everyone, who made the trip and, made the effort to celebrate this twice in 8 months. There's people here from Colorado, California, different parts of the country who, made a big effort. So on behalf of Felicia and myself, the Kleinmans, Blue Ices, we really appreciate it. Lynn, you and Marissa, and I'm sure Allie created just an amazing experience tonight. And we thank you for all you've done and your amazing generosity. So, I have a lot to say, and I'm going to try and be concise, which is not always so easy for me. So I'm going to start with Marissa. Marissa, where do I begin? You are beautiful, you're funny, you're warm, you're sweet and sensitive, you're very smart. You're organized. If you guys didn't know, this entire thing was planned in about, 10 days to 2 weeks? Yep. And you're extremely kind. You and Jeff are a perfect match, and you complement each other so well. You make Shayna feel like a world-class cheerleader. You take time to speak to Jeff's grandmother and sit next to her good ear. And you send Felicia and me the nicest, warmest messages on all the appropriate holidays. And you certainly brought out the best in Jeffrey. He no longer, if you guys weren't there last night at the rehearsal dinner, you missed quite a show. And I think today's going to be a little higher level now. But, Jeff was a very spirited kid in college and right after. But he no longer needs to go out with the boys on a weeknight. But he's very happy and content to come home from work, strip down to his gym shorts with no shirt, and sit and watch TV with Henley perched on his chest and you right by his side. Okay? You're extremely giving, as evidenced by the time early in your relationship when we all went out to dinner and Jeff couldn't decide whether to order the steak or the short ribs. So he ordered the steak and you ordered the short ribs. And I don't think you really wanted the short ribs. I love your sense of and loyalty to your family, and I'm so proud to now call you a Ruskin. There's some Ruskins that came before you who would have really been proud to know you as well. And finally, what sports-crazed father-in-law could ask for more than to have his daughter-in-law work for Major League Baseball? So keep the hats and shirts coming. Now, I said this at Jeremy and Ashwini's wedding, and I feel the same obligation here with Jeff. Many of you have just recently met Jeff, maybe just met him tonight for the first time. So one of the two people here who've known him since he was born, I want to provide a little insight into him. So looking at him today, 6'2", 210 pounds. You might not believe that Jeff was born 2 months premature, and at one point he dropped to under 4 pounds. I literally was able to hold Jeffrey in the palm of my hand. I can no longer do that. But with strong determination and a world-class appetite, he quickly caught up to his peers and was about his current size by his freshman year in high school. If he hasn't told you already, I will, because I like talking about it. Jeff is a tremendous athlete. He hit some Ruthian home runs in baseball, and I showed it with Jeremy. He tackled a very famous football player who Jeremy told me more about 25 times in his career. Unfortunately, most of those tackles were like 20 yards downfield, but he was the one who got him down. Although he played some rough sports, he also played hockey. He was a rock and rec basketball, right, Messer? And he's an accomplished double black diamond skier. If you really knew Jeff, you'd know that he is actually a gentle, sweet mensch of a man. To know Jeff is to love him. He's never had anything but a kind word for anyone, and I defy anyone to come up with a bad word about Jeff. And last night, a couple hours of speech, not a bad word. Despite his size and strength, he was always a gentle, sensitive boy. He was tall enough to go on a roller coaster at the age of 6, but not brave enough to actually get on one until about 12. Jeffrey is hardworking and focused. He had to study hard to get his grades and test scores, and it really wasn't always easy. But he was always determined to be successful and do whatever he had to do to achieve his goal. Jeffrey loves good food, travel, sports, adventure. How many other people here tonight would take a side trip to Bosnia-Herzegovina on their honeymoon? That's what they're going to be doing next week. He loves his dogs, and he loves studying and memorizing the details on maps. He's an avid reader and can hold a conversation on just about any subject we'd like to discuss with him. Jeff has a wonderful wife, a loving family, a loyal dog, a good career, and as you can see, many, many friends. And as one of the really good guys, he deserves everything he has and more. Whew, that's more stuff. Finally, I want to thank Lynn, Brett, and Allie for their support and for welcoming all of us. I think he said 50 siblings. It's close. He actually has 2 brothers, a sister, 7 stepbrothers, and a shitload of fiancés and other people that are part of the family. It's a damn big and complicated family. I know this night is an incredibly happy occasion for all of you, as well as a sad and very emotional night. I never met your Jeff, but I wish I had, as I think that other than that Yankee thing, he and I would have been great friends with much in common. From what I have heard, he was an amazing man that loves his family more than anything, and I know he is here in spirit celebrating with us tonight. So, that's it. As I ended my last wedding speech, I'd like everyone to raise a glass. I don't happen to have one. And join me in wishing Jeffrey and Marissa a life of love, happiness, health, and prosperity in that order.
Please give him a wonderful round. Next, we would like to call Brett